Hello. Hey. Hello. 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 Hello! Here we are, the final week of our CSA unboxing series. We've been doing this since way back in the way back in the spring, 21 weeks or so, and it's been a lot of fun. It's changed a little bit over time, and hopefully it's gotten better. I know it hasn't gotten, well, let's hope it just got better. Before we take a look at the vegetables we got this week, let's take a look at what we did with the veggies that we got last week. I think it's kind of fitting that the last week of our CSA unboxing videos, I again did not take a lot of pictures of the vegetables and how I prepared them throughout the week. I did take some videos of starting a charcoal fire because that's kind of what I do a lot. So here's a charcoal fire in my backyard. I did grill some of the vegetables that we received in our CSA in that or on that charcoal fire. Here are some Brussels sprouts, leeks, onions, mushrooms. Doesn't that look good? It was indeed very good. And here's a shot with the coals all coldy looking and red. Isn't that great? We had some squash. That's the kaboka squash, and that was a really good as well. So, since this is the last week, we have been working on a plan to do something now that the CSAs are over, but it hasn't completely gelled yet. And I was wondering, because I knew this was coming, why I hadn't come up with a plan completely yet. And I think some of it has to do with the nature of my work. I started out my life as a radio DJ where your deadlines came like every 3 or 4 minutes when the records ended. And then I spent most of my life working at a daily newspaper where you had a deadline every day and you always try to plan and things, but you're also making things up as you go along because news is the way it is. And so I'm kind of hoping that the plan is just going to come together on its own at the last minute. We're making some plans and we've got some ideas, and hopefully next Friday or Saturday one of these will pop up on the old YouTube, so we'll find out. Now let's take a look at the veggies that we got this week from the Kent Family Growers. Right off the top, another squash. You saw that we had cooked that the orange squash from last week, which was a kabocha, I'm pretty sure, and this is like a kabocha. It's the same color, but it's long instead of squatty. So another squash, and like I said, squashes, we pretty much do it the same way all the time. Cut it up, stick it in the oven, and eat it when it's soft and hot and covered with butter and salt and pepper. I got a final leek of the summer, or I guess it's not summer anymore, isn't it? It's fall, but I wanted to get one more leek because I just like leeks. I've been cooking these on the grill, but I think I'll be doing something different with this. Maybe making a vegetable stock with that and making some soup. A cabbage, everything I pull out of here is going to be the final one of the year, isn't it? Because this is the final one of the year. It's our last cabbage. Our last cabbage. I guess we can get them elsewhere, but this is our last cabbage from our CSA. Not sure what we'll be doing with that, but I have been promising cabbage rolls throughout this whole series and have not done it, so maybe that'll happen. Our last, the final kale of the year. Here's some kale. I was eating the kale earlier in the year, but now the kale eater is the only one who eats the kale. And actually, I think she kind of likes being called the kale eater because she refers to herself as the kale eater, which is pretty crazy. What else? Oh, a couple of onions, one yellow, and one red one. That one ran away. We kind of keep the onions right over here, so that one like went right to its home. Last onions of the year. I bet you we'll get more somewhere else. I don't know where. Some more potatoes. You know what happened last week was something, we never have baked potatoes because, I don't know, we just don't eat baked potatoes all that much. Maybe because it usually takes a long time because you think about cooking them and you're baking them, which takes a long time. But you can also put them in the microwave. And so I've been having baked potatoes like I'm feeling a little peckish. Let's have a baked potato because it only takes a few minutes in the microwave. I think 5. And we had, when we redid this kitchen, we got a new microwave and it has a baked potato button on it. So we've been taking advantage of that. Carrots, the final carrots of the year. It's going to crack me up all day. This is the last one. I got one little tiny one because I did do that thing where I got it. I had 2 pounds of carrots and I got it to exactly 2 pounds. And so these are a little smaller than the ones I've been getting recently. But man, the carrots are so good. And I know that these are available all year round. We can get fresh local carrots. I guess they're not fresh local carrots, but there's local carrots available for a long time at the local natural food stores that you might find. And this is something we have not gotten all year, and I wanted to get this. I actually talked to somebody from Martin's farm last summer about this thing because I saw it at their stand at the farmer's market. This is celeriac. And I think it's a celery root, basically. But what you do is you put it in soup. Well, you don't put it in soup. You cut it up and use it in soup and stocks and things like that. So maybe we'll have like maybe we'll do soup this week, homemade soup with vegetable broth. So that's what we got this week at the CSA. Thank you for indulging me over these 21 or 22 weeks, whatever it's been. And hopefully we'll be back next week or the week after with something a little bit different. And maybe next summer we'll do a different kind of share because there are all kinds of different shares in the world of community-supported agricultural. Maybe we'll do a different kind and keep this up. Thanks for all the fun. See ya.